Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another week in my life. So if by some chance you've never watched my week in my life or my day in my life videos, I pretty much just bring you guys along and show you what I ate, what I cooked. That's one of my favorite things to share, and just what I was up to in life around the homestead. Today I'm also jumping in the video to give you guys a quick pregnancy update and a bump date, and yeah. Ooh, by the way, we did a big harvest in our garden this week, so I'm excited to share. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It not only obviously lets me know what you like seeing, but it's also a way to support my channel and continue to grow our community. So with that being said, let's jump into the video. Hi guys, so I am bebopping into this video right now to give you a short kind of pregnancy update and just chat with you guys about what I have been up to. I've been meaning to sit down and film like a full-on legit pregnancy update, and I know I will at some point, but things have just been kind of crazy and I've been tired and still kind of sick, and we had friends over in town this last week and I just hadn't gotten around to it. So I wanted to like hop into this video to not only give you a little update, but also show you a quick little bump date. So I am currently like I'm calling myself 21/22 weeks. I mentioned this in a video recently that like, oh, if you go back and watch our scan, I explain all of this, and then people in the comments were like, I watched the scan video and I didn't see an explanation. So I think I just thought I was explaining and I never did, because we found this out in the scan that apparently I'm like a week and a half ahead of where we thought I was. So according to my previous measurements, I'm 21 weeks right now, but according to the scan, I'm like a little over 22 weeks. And the cool thing is that means I'm only about a month away from entering my third trimester. So like I said, I've still been tired. I think I slept like almost 12 hours last night. I have been, my achiness has been coming and going. Nothing has been too severe yet because I'm also not that big. And I mean, I don't really know what to expect, but I'm just assuming that's why I haven't, had pain that's that severe, because my belly really isn't that big yet. I'm sleeping pretty well. I'm still nauseous at some point every day, but my throwing up has gone down quite a bit. That has only been happening like once or twice a week, which is exciting, but still really annoying and really inconvenient. And so today, I actually have a sponsor of this video, and I feel like it integrates really well into what I have been striving to do through this entire pregnancy. The sponsor for today's video is CVS. Now, the reason that I say that I think that they fit really well is because they've really worked to expand their self-care and wellness products within the store. And I was really excited when they reached out and we started having this conversation, because as they were sending me the product list of brands that they carry, I was really impressed, because quite a few of these brands are brands that I already know and love and trust. A couple of them I actually even like know the founders, or at least know of the founders, and I really believe in the company. And so it was really cool to get a list of all of the things that CVS, I feel like is everywhere, have easy access to treat yourself well. They have so many unique self-care products, and I just think it's really cool because it's not always super easy to find these products in stores. Sometimes, or often, you have to go to like specialty stores to get your hands on these type of brands. But CVS is now making it easier than ever to just go and find these amazing, holistic, natural, self-care wellness brands. And so I'm super excited to be working with them and sharing with you guys some of the things that I have picked up and have been using in my everyday life. I really believe that health is something that we should take proactively into our own hands to the best of our ability and really pursue self-care and treating ourselves well. I always equate health in the body to like having one car for the rest of your life. Like if you were given one car, you would want to treat that car well. You wouldn't just like run it in the ground and wait until a problem happens. You would want to take care of it so that you could have the best, nicest, most smoothly running car possible throughout the course of your life. Actually, speaking of nausea, the other night I was sucking on these lollipops that I got from CVS to help with my nausea, and it was really comforting. These are not marketed as like nausea or anti-nausea candies, but I actually felt like I liked these better than some of the anti-nausea candies that I have tried. And I think it was because they weren't like overwhelmingly sweet and sour. It was just a good flavor to distract my brain. And these are really cool because these are actually organic Manuka honey pops. And I'm a big fan of Manuka honey. I have been using it on and off for different things for like 12 years. If you don't know some of the health benefits of Manuka honey, it's different than just regular honey. Go ahead and look it up online. Manuka honey just has so many benefits. And these lollipops, there's 3 flavors that it comes with: orange, grape, and raspberry. And besides the fact that the ingredients are super basic, which I always like in food products that are like processed that I'm consuming, it's all organic. There's no artificial colors, no artificial flavors. And then even from a calorie standpoint, you can have 2 of these pops for 35 calories. So I just thought of this because I was just talking about nausea. And then also the other product that I got from them that I actually haven't whipped open yet, but I'm going to make a smoothie out of today, is this Dr. Axe multi-collagen protein powder. And I am a big Dr. Axe fan. If you haven't discovered him yet on YouTube, he has a wealth of information to share with people and like an endless library of videos. He has like kind of a giant product line of stuff as of the last couple of years, and I was not even aware that CVS was carrying Dr. Axe. So I consider like this a gem, like his line to be a gem of a line. And that's because, like I said, I had been watching his videos for a couple of years prior to even really knowing that he had this extensive product line. And so based on the information that I've learned from him and the knowledge that I've compared from him and other wellness, holistic doctors that I kind of keep my eye on, I really trust him. And so I'm excited to start using this protein powder. I have mentioned before that during my pregnancy, I'm trying to make sure that I get enough protein in actual food sources, high quality food sources. But I'm a big believer in supplementing, especially with something as important as protein when you're like me and I'm mostly like a plant fan. I like eating lots of veggies. I like eating lots of carbs. So while I am trying to get protein from food sources, I still like to supplement with supplements. So I was pretty excited to see and find out that they carry the Dr. Axe line as well. So those are just 2 kind of random products. I bought a couple things from CVS when I was out with my friend the other day, and you'll see those throughout the video, but I just wanted to share those ones with you at the top of the video. So yeah, before we hop into the rest of this video, I'm now going to show you, like promised, my bump. Now I will say, I hope this isn't a disappointing bump date, because I just woke up a little bit ago, and so my bump is the smallest in the morning. And I've mentioned this in other day in my life videos that my bump will start small in the morning, and by the night my stomach and just that whole area of my bump is so big I feel like I'm going to explode. And so I don't know, I don't even think I look super duper pregnant right now. I'm gonna as I'm like slowly backing away from you, I'm gonna back up and show you my bump day. It feels so weird to be like, but there we go. So yeah, this is where I'm at right now. Like I said, just woke up, so I don't have, you know, I don't have any food or water in me, and but that's like where I'm at organically without being bloated, all of that. So my stomach is so white. I'm very white. So yeah, we're gonna hop in now to this day in my life. Like I said, my days have been full of like peaceful homemaking and just trying to take care of myself and in turn take care of my growing baby boy. So let's get to the rest of the video. So I'm starting this video at CVS because you're gonna see products that I picked up from CVS in this video. So yeah, there I am with my friend Caitlin, who was actually in town this last week visiting with her husband, and we had the most chill time, just eating, relaxing, and of course, snacking. Yeah, we went through 3 bags of those dark bark thins, by the way, as you will see. So something that I am still getting used to about living in the South are the crazy storms. I never experienced this when I lived in California, and they're just like these rainstorms that will come out of nowhere, and suddenly it'll like almost be borderline terrifying, but it's so beautiful. We actually hardly ever have to water our garden because nature and God does it for us. Bowser, by the way, does not like thunder in these storms. So he was in our bed, and I just kind of went and hung out with him and gave him what little comfort I could. I actually ended up wrapping him in a blanket and putting heavy pillows on top of him too to calm him down, which I should have got a shot of, but I didn't. Also, I feel like I'm always filming when it's like hair washing day, but between the weather being perfect and the fact that, as I always say, I can kind of just like rearrange my schedule throughout the day as I like, since I work from home, I decided that the storm was the perfect time to take a shower, get my hair clean, and relax. And actually, by the time I got out of the shower, the storm had passed and the sun was setting, and it was just so beautiful. Zoe, the lounging queen, can easily go from lounging in my bed in my mom's Don't Freak It's Faux blankets to the window, which the window is actually Zoe's favorite spot in our house. Like, any window is her favorite spot. And Bowser was chilling on my yoga mat. I don't know why, but both of our dogs legitimately love my yoga mat. They will plop themselves down right in the center, and they just get so cozy. Dan, by the way, when he hopped off his simulator, sat down with Bowser and just like played with him for a little bit. I thought it was cute. Thought I'd share. They're crazy. So earlier on this morning, Dan had actually made me some hard-boiled eggs because I was craving egg salad. Now, I don't even know the last time I made egg salad. Like, seriously, years and years and years. I mean, I don't even know if I've actually ever made egg salad, but I was just craving it. So I looked up kind of some ideas on Pinterest and then just put together all of the ingredients that I thought sounded good. So I added some avocado, some Dijon mustard, a little bit of veganese. By the way, someone in my last video asked me, like, are these family recipes you use? Are you taking them from certain books or Pinterest, or are you just winging it? And honestly, I have to say, I'm kind of just winging it. I don't know. I watch and consume a lot of food and cooking content and spend a chunk of my time each day thinking about food. And so it's kind of like, I don't know, creating art that's edible and makes my body feel good. And I just have a lot of fun with it. I just always kind of feel like, how bad is this going to be? Like, whatever I'm making, I'm like, it can't be that bad, right? Especially with cooking versus baking. That's a really easy mindset to have. I also decided I wanted to grab my spring onions from my indoor garden upstairs where they were sitting under the lights, and I decided I wanted to add some green onions to my egg salad mixture. I also decided I wanted to chop up some heirloom cherry tomatoes I had, so I just chopped them up into chunks and threw them into the egg salad. I always forget to buy big tomatoes, so that's often why I will add small diced up tomatoes to mixtures I make rather than adding like a slice of tomato on top because I just forget to buy big tomatoes. So this is like my way to get my tomato taste in. So I toasted some sourdough bread. We all know that sourdough is my absolute favorite. And then I took some goat cheese with honey and I used that as like the spread on my toast. And then I took some butter leaf lettuce that I had, unfortunately not from my tower garden, although my tower garden crop is like about to be ready for me to start eating from. I might even start today. And you didn't need all that information, but there you go. And then I scooped my egg salad on top. The only thing I will say about this egg salad is it was a little bit soupy. Like it tasted amazing, but it was just a little too soupy. I added a little too much wet ingredients to it. Then I did something that I have been doing a lot this week. I've been craving this, and this is not like common for me. I know this is like a really basic snack idea, but I never do this. I basically just took a yellow bell pepper and sliced it up to use in the place of like crackers or chips. And then I scooped some spinach artichoke dip on the side. And I decided to make a smoothie. So I wanted to use this Tone It Up organic plant-based vanilla protein powder. I have been using this protein powder through most of my time of being on YouTube. And now it's being sold at CVS, which is so exciting for so many reasons. So I put some frozen strawberries, some frozen raspberries, and then a scoop of the Tone It Up protein powder into the blender. And then I blended my smoothie. I really love the Tone It Up products. I think that they're super high quality. And the fact that you can get this now at CVS just makes it so convenient. And something like this smoothie is an easy way to help treat yourself and your loved ones well every day. By the way, as I'm sure you can imagine, this basically tastes like a strawberry, raspberry and cream smoothie. As you can see, guys, when I'm not nauseous, I'm eating really, really well and I'm enjoying every bite. I feel like I've been showing myself doing laundry a lot lately, but laundry is one of those things, man, that like never stops, just like the dishes. And so on this night, I had a ton of laundry to do, and Bowser kept me company like he usually does when I'm doing the folding. And I was actually watching this YouTube video all about like things that people throughout history would eat or wear or put on their body that was really toxic for them. But I find history fascinating, and I find the study of like health and the environment that we surround ourselves with and the food that we eat and all of that very interesting. So these kind of videos are fascinating to me. Now, one of my pregnancy cravings has definitely been strawberries. I've always loved strawberries, but I don't like consume a ton of them. But ever since I got pregnant, I have been eating them all the time. Frozen in smoothies, cutting them up, which by the way, so many people were complaining about my waist with strawberries, the way that I like would pull the stem off. So hopefully this can please some of you more now. So yeah, I cut up my strawberries. Once again, I had toasted some sourdough toast and I put some Kerrygold butter on the toast. And then I took some more goat cheese because I'm a goat cheese fan. And I spread that on my toast once again as like the base. I like using goat cheese with honey as like kind of in the place of cream cheese sometimes. Then I took my strawberry slices and I added them to the top of each piece of toast. And then I took some of this organic balsamic glaze that I have, which really you can make your own balsamic glaze. I've just been too lazy to make it, so I've been buying it. But I drizzled a little balsamic glaze on top, added a little bit of olive oil. That might be weird, but I love olive oil. And then a little bit of chunky salt, my favorite chunky salt. You guys know I finish off basically every dish with it. And of course, Bowser was nearby to catch any scraps and get treats for being such a good boy. Yes, this combination, by the way, of strawberries and goat cheese is absolutely amazing. I love this flavor combo. And then I sat down at my current favorite place to eat food in my house, and that is with my bench like pressed up against the window and the window open. It's so relaxing to get in the fresh air. So after lunch, I made my way upstairs and Dan was playing around a little bit on my brand new guitar. I literally know like 2 chords right now. Just give me some time, guys. I'm slowly learning the guitar. So on that day, once my food had had a chance to digest, I wanted to get in some yoga. I am still doing light yoga for my prenatal workouts. In general, it makes me feel really good, especially if I don't push it. If I don't do it too hard, but I get like just the right amount in, I feel really great from these exercises. And actually, I think I've mentioned this before, but once again, because I can kind of stack my day how I want to, I have been finding that the later afternoon has been my favorite time to work out. I tend to eat a late lunch, and so I like to eat my lunch, and then once it has like more than enough time to digest, that's when I find I like to work out. And then I also get like stretched and moving before it's time to go downstairs and cook some dinner. Because sometimes if you're someone that struggles with like chronic back pain or hip pain or knee pain, just standing and cooking can be hard sometimes. So I find this timing really good. Working out when I don't have a full stomach, but it's almost like warming up for the rest of my movement throughout the evening, whether it's cooking dinner, like I mentioned, or cleaning or doing laundry or whatever it is. It's like a cool down from the first part of the day, a workout, and a warm up for the second part of the day. Also, if I've taken any kind of like pregnancy nap, I'm pretty much always up by this point, by like late afternoon. I also feel like I look really lame. Like these exercises are so easy, but I really like those kinds of exercises. Easy moves that are just hard to do, like just right. I feel like those are the most effective for me personally. Okay, so something else that we did that was very exciting on this day, but also sad, I'll tell you why in a second, but we harvested all of our jalapenos because we are in the process, I've mentioned this before, we're probably too late, but we're doing it anyways, of harvesting our entire summer garden and getting everything ripped out and planting our seedlings for our first ever attempt at a fall garden. And so it was time to like get everything we could off the jalapeno plants so we could rip them up. And holy Toledo, we knew there were a lot of peppers down there, but we didn't know there were this many. Our pepper plants go crazy here in our area because this is our second year of just like an insane amount of peppers, and we really don't know what we're doing like with our garden at all. So it was really fun to just get so many peppers, which by the way, Dan proceeded to make into a ton of jalapeno poppers. You guys will see a little bit of in an upcoming video. And we ended up eating like an embarrassingly large amount, like 70% of the peppers were eaten. But then it's cool because I also froze the rest. So I know at some point it'll be fun to be like, oh, do you want the jalapeno poppers? Now, I mentioned this kind of being sad too. And the reason I say that is because like 2 days ago, I was making a sandwich and I wanted a jalapeno and I realized, oh my gosh, jalapeno season is done. Like to get jalapenos now, I have to go to the grocery store. I'd become very spoiled to my garden and it's just now hitting me that things are changing. Oh, that's good. There I am doing the belly dance. See, that's a little later in the day and you can see my belly gets a little bigger. It definitely fluctuates sizes, guys, like I mentioned in the beginning. Oh, and what I'm doing right now is a task you guys have seen me do many times, but I regularly will buy bunches of bananas and chop them up. I do bigger chops now at your guys' recommendations actually, and I freeze them for smoothies. So I needed to get those in the freezer. So once I did that, I decided to make a big batch of organic peach tea, and I used this pitcher thingamabobber that I got at some tea shop when I was in England, but I don't remember the name. I know the plastic is BPA free, so it's safe to have hot water in it and to soak the tea in. And I let my tea just soak and brew in the pitcher while I proceeded to wipe down all of our countertops and our stovetop. And then my camera moved. That's annoying. And yeah, I just wiped everything down for about like 4 minutes while my tea brewed. I really did pay attention to the time, by the way, because the last time I made this batch, I left the tea to soak for like an hour on accident. I completely forgot. It was way too strong. Let me just tell you. So then I took the top part out that was holding the tea, and the cool thing is this pitcher can be stored in the fridge, so you're able to just screw the top back on, and then you could lie it on its side in the fridge. Now this is kind of random, but I showed you that our friends were in town and Dan and Grant were racing cars, and while they were hanging out, I stole the bag of the dark chocolate pretzel and sea salt bark thins that I got at CVS. These are so good, and I love eating them, not only because they're super duper tasty, but once again, because the ingredients are fairly simple. It's such a decadent dessert, but you guys know that I like going for dark chocolate first off because it actually has some health benefits to it, and I just savored every single bite of this dessert. You guys know that what I call healthy junk food is like my favorite kind of food to eat. So just trust me when I say I was a happy camper right here. So yeah, guys, that is it for this video. First off, shout out to you, CVS, for not only sponsoring this video, but also just being awesome and paving the way by bringing in such amazing holistic products into your stores. I'm genuinely so excited about this, and I hope that you guys are too. Second off, if you made it this far into the video, check my info box because I do these like semi-secret giveaways for people who either listen to my whole video or take the time to expand my info box. So check that out. And don't forget, if you do like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and I will hopefully see you guys back here very soon. All right, bye guys.